If you're a fan of Tesla, you're gonna want to see what I have in this video. Let's jump in. What's up everyone, I'm Brad. Welcome to the Money Dad channel. Today we're talking about Tesla's stock chart, but in general we talk about stocks, cryptocurrency, and personal finance on this channel. So if you are interested in things like that, please consider hitting that subscribe button so you can continue to see videos like this. Let's jump into this Tesla stock chart because I just found something. I haven't looked at this chart in a little while, so I opened it up. It's a Sunday evening and something just jumped out at me, and I think you're gonna like it, especially if you are a Tesla fan. So let's get into that chart. So I have TradingView pulled up. You can already see I've got a couple of things drawn on this chart already. So I've got this resistance overhead, I've got this support underneath. It's creating a pennant, right? And I need to go ahead and draw the flagpole for the pennant so you can get a better idea if you're not familiar with pennants. Basically, it's you got this flagpole and kind of like a flag, but you know, a pennant flag. And this is a continuation pattern, which means it continues the trend of whatever the stock was doing before on the chart. So you can see we've been going up. So this pennant, this is a bull pennant. It should continue, it doesn't always. These things aren't 100%. But they happen more often than not when they are set up properly. So this is a bull pennant, so it suggests that the price after it breaks out of this pennant, it should break to the upside, and then we can measure a target for where we would expect it to go from here. So a few things that you want to check for to make sure that this is a bull pennant, it is setting up properly. You want to check the waves inside. You want to make sure that it is hitting the support that you have laid out for it multiple times. You want to make sure it's hitting that resistance that you have laid out for it multiple times. It's staying inside of this pennant pattern. You want to take a look at the volume, right? And see, okay, look, we've had descending volume the entire time that the price action has kind of been curling up inside of this pennant. That checks out. Take a look at the last time we had this blow off here on the Tesla chart. You see this massive run up, and then what happened after it started consolidating? The volume just kind of died off, and then we took off to the upside again, right? So it doesn't mean that it happens like that every time, but we just did that, and now we're seeing that action happen again. So that is a positive sign. So we've got our waves inside of this pennant. They look good. There's nothing breaking out of the pennant. There's no weird sideways action or a lot of action staying to one side of the pennant. It's kind of, we're creating lower highs, right? We got a high and then a lower high and then a lower high. We're creating higher lows, right? We got a low and then a higher low, a higher low, a higher low. So the price action is curling up until it gets to the end of the pennant. And if it breaks above the resistance up top, we can measure the target to the upside by the length of the flagpole. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that so we can get a price target and see where we can expect Tesla to go from here if it breaks out to the upside. So I'm going to get rid of that flagpole just to make it a little bit more clean so we can measure from the bottom of the flagpole to the top of the flagpole to get an idea of what our upside is going to be. All right, so that flagpole is about 208 points. You see that 208 points? We measured it out. Let's get rid of that to clean it up. Oops, wrong button. Go ahead and measure out our resistance again. So our flagpole was 208 points. So that we're going to measure 208 points from wherever it breaks out over the resistance, the top end of the pennant. So if it breaks out right here, we can see that is in the 446 range. If it breaks out over here, then we're in the 436 range. Basically, you're adding 208 points to wherever it breaks out. Either way, you're looking at huge gains from here, right? Even if we come all the way down here, 432, let's just call it 432, it breaks out. It's just random. You have to pay attention to this and see when it breaks out over the pennant. All right, so we add 208 points. Man, we're going off the screen. I'm gonna need to redo this, huh? We're gonna need to pull this guy down. Let's measure, let's say it just chops all the way out to here. We come out to 436. We add our 208 points of upside and we get our target of, boom, $645. So if Tesla breaks out of this bull pennant to the upside, if it breaks that resistance that it's created with these lower highs, that is when you would buy. After it breaks out over the top of that bull pennant. And then you have a 208 point upside target from wherever it breaks out. Like I said, it's random. You're just gonna have to pay attention to wherever it breaks out above that bull pennant. But in this example, we said it breaks out at 436, totally random. I don't know that it's gonna do that, but it could. If it breaks out at 436, you add 208 points to the upside and you get $645 as a price target for Tesla. Either way, wherever it breaks out, it's going to be in that $600 range. It's going to be in that mid 600s range because that's how kind of tight we're getting with this bull pennant right now. So the target is not going to fluctuate a whole lot. So you're going to be looking in that mid $600 range. So in this example, we got 645. Either way, you are looking at almost 50% upside target in the fairly near term. This could happen over the next month or two. If the Tesla stock price breaks out over that bull pennant resistance. Again, I keep saying that because that is key, right? I'm not saying we're going to 650 on Tesla right now. I am not saying that. I'm saying bull pennants have a tendency to be accurate more often than not, right? This is not 100%, it's not guaranteed, and you have to wait for the setup to finish. If the setup doesn't finish, the target is invalid. It doesn't matter anymore. You got to redo it, or there may not be a setup anymore. Keep watching Tesla's stock chart. If we break out above the top of that bull pennant, we might be heading to the moon, might be off to the races. We're looking at 50%, nearly 50% upside. Could be an amazing trade. Or if you're just a long-term Tesla stock holder, you want to see stuff like that. You want to see this kind of setup because this is good stuff. You're hoping that it's going to break out above that bull pennant and then we're heading to the moon from there. I hope it does. I love to see setups like this because it gives me an opportunity to push some of my chips in and play the odds, right? These kinds of setups, like I said, they are accurate more often than not if they are charted properly. And you buy in at the right time, you wait for the setup to finish setting up, then you will be correct more often than not. And that's when I want my chips on the table. Bottom line, I think we are heading to the 650 range on Tesla if the pattern plays out. I think that's all I got for this video. So if you got some value out of this, if you liked it, please hit that like button. Consider subscribing to the channel. Leave a comment down below. I will see you there. Thanks, guys.